Hello everyone, welcome to the Eagle Miner YouTube channel. I'm going to show you how you can get a little bit more yield out of the Ethereum that you're going to be mining for the next few months, as we will be moving to proof of stake on that network soon. So first of all, you want to go to the website of your mining pool and you want to change your payouts from Ethereum mainnet to Polygon layer 2. On flexible, you would go on to your settings and then go on payout settings and then network Polygon L2. You paste your address into here. On Ethermine, you're going to go on to your settings and then payment method, and then you're going to make sure if that's changing from Ethereum mainnet to L2 Polygon Matic, and then you're going to want to switch to the MetaMask to Polygon network. I've already got it on Polygon, and then you want to add the wrapped Ethereum tokens. Okay, so when you can add token. Now this token right here, it'll maybe look like this. It may look something like this. It may have like a Ethereum sign and an ERC20 thing written on it. It's all the same thing. When you've done that, you can sign and save settings. Pretty slow on here. There we go. So you sign, signature. Doesn't take any gas fees, it's just saving your settings. Okay. So once you've set this, you should be able to get paid out on layer 2. Again, transaction fees are paid by the pool. Very low payment threshold. So I really like that. Low threshold for payout. You can go into quickswap.exchange. So I'm going to just type that in. Make sure you are on that. Type this in correctly because there are phishing scams when it comes to this. quickswap.exchange. You will be redirected to this page. Now, if you want to do transactions on the Polygon network, you're going to need some Polygon. So I would go to Polygon, wallet.polygon.technology. You want to visit that website. If you don't have any Matic on your account. If you already do, skip the step. But you're going to go into here. Let it load because this is a little bit of a slow website, generally speaking. You're going to go into Polygon wallets. And then on the left top, you're going to go to swap for gas token. So if you want to do any transactions on Polygon, you're going to need Matic tokens. So you need to put at least one Matic. Alright, so put one Matic, to however many you want. One Matic is enough for 1,000 transactions. A Matic at the moment is worth about $1.40. So you're going to choose what token you're going to trade for Matic tokens. So I only really have ETH, so I'm going to put ETH. And then you want one Matic. This is how much ETH it will take. You press approve. And then you press swap. Now this is gasless, by the way, so you don't pay any gas fees. You press swap. And then it will probably ask something. Now if you were to actually do this, you would press sign, but I'm not going to do it because I already have Matic tokens, so I don't need to do this step. But you would press sign if you need the transaction fees. So after doing this, you're going to go ahead back onto QuickSwap, and then you're going to go from you can pick what asset you want. So we have ETH, obviously, same thing as ETH. It's just called ETH on here, and then you're going to pick whatever other token you want. What other token do you want to pick? Well, it depends on how you want to earn liquidity rewards. So go on the farms and go on dual mining. Essentially what you're doing here is you are depositing two assets that are going to be worth the same dollar amount into something called a liquidity pool. People who want to trade between those two assets can use your assets that you provided, and then you get a share of those transaction fees. So that's how you earn money through doing this. Okay. Now you want to choose ideally two assets that are going to go up and down, generally the same dollar value amount, because if you don't, then if one asset goes up, you might not profit as much through impermanent loss. Okay, so right here, this is the liquidity pool that I like. It's called CX okay? These two assets, CX and ETH, are always going to be worth the exact same dollar value, okay? Or at least very close. So you're not really going to risk impermanent loss, all right? The difference between these two assets is that CX ETH is used on the Celsius X application, and it's backed by Ethereum 1x1, right? And then ETH is just wrapped Ethereum on the Polygon network. So in order to actually start earning money on here, currently the rates do tend to differ, but it gives you about 9% APY, which is pretty good for Ethereum, given that staking gives you like 5 to 10%, right? So you're going to go ahead and go on to pool if you want to do this. Before you go to pool, go on to swap. Make sure you keep in mind what assets you want to trade. So we are doing CX ETH and ETH. So we want the same exact dollar value amount of CX ETH as ETH. So when you go on swap, we obviously only have ETH right now, so we need the CX ETH. I'm going to essentially, since these two assets are worth the exact same dollar value, no matter what, I'm going to just take this number and divide it by 2. So divided by 2. So we get this. I can obviously do the math, but those little decimals, I'm trying to make it as exact as possible. So you want that much ETH left in your account and that much CX ETH. So you're going to press swap, and then you can confirm swap. Then you have to allow it to access your ETH token. So you do pay a transaction fee, but it's extremely low. It's not anything significant. You do pay a 0.3% fee to the liquidity pool, which is how you're going to end up earning money once you have deposited your tokens on there. So transactions omitted, you can view it on Blockchain Explorer. This just shows you what has happened to the transaction. So it says it has been included into the block. So transactions omitted, close, and then you should receive your, there you go. So it looks like we've received it. So now we have this much CX ETH and it's this much wrapped ETH, or just ETH normally as it's called on here. So go on to pool and then press on create a pair. Alright, so press on the first asset you were going to deposit. So for us it's ETH, and then the other one is going to be CX ETH, okay, Celsius X ETH. The one that is the smallest, it's kind of like chemistry, you pick that one as max. So you can't really do this one as max because then you don't have enough CX ETH, but you want to pick the one with lowest number. So we have lower CX ETH, so when we pick that as max, it works out. So you can actually press supply. You will receive liquidity tokens, okay? Sometimes they're called LP tokens. This is these tokens, you receive them, and then you can deposit them on the farm section, and then you will get the rewards, okay? So confirm supply, and then you confirm it. So it just tells you how much gas you're paying, and then transaction submitted. It'll take a little bit, but Polygon is generally pretty fast, so you're not waiting too long for these transactions. So once that transaction has happened, you're going to go into dual mining, and then you're going to go into manage, into whatever assets you deposit. So if you deposited staked Matic and Matic, you'd go on here. If you deposited CX ETH and ETH, you go onto here. If you deposited ADA and ETH, so on and so forth. You know what I'm talking about, okay? So go into manage. Keep in mind that you are getting paid out, and the rewards are going to be wrapped Matic and Dragon Quick. That's the token. So you can withdraw them wherever you want, but you're going to have to pay a gas fee. So see, when I press withdraw and claim, I do have to pay a little gas fee. You want to make sure you don't do it too often. Even though gas fees on this network are extremely low, you still, don't want to have like 10 cents, rewards, and then be like paying 1 cent, because then you would be losing on 10%. So once the transaction has gone through, which it has for us, you're going to go on to deposit, and then you have your tokens, which are received for putting the liquidity onto the liquidity pool. Okay, so you're gonna press max, and then it already approved it for us. So we're gonna press, if you need to press approve, you do that, and then you press deposit, and then you have to just confirm it. A little bit more gas here. Confirm, and it is now depositing liquidity. Now, for QuickSwap, it's not a great user interface, to be honest with you, so it'll kind of keep doing this for all of eternity, but it has actually deposited those into the, there you go, see, our dollar amount went up, so now we have $833 as opposed to like $750 on there. And whenever you want, you can withdraw your tokens, you can trade them in for something else, you can use them in other dual mining, you know, liquidity pools. There are some that are interesting. It depends on how much reward they're going to give you. So this one gives like 10%. This one right now is 30. It doesn't say them. Sometimes you have to reload it. Again, QuickSwap not the greatest user interface in terms of decentralized exchanges. Sometimes it puts a 0. You just have to wait until the percentages pop up. Okay. And there are also other options for this. You can deposit a single token as opposed to a pair, but these are generally new. They're going to give you about 30% APY, like just give or take, you know, a little bit higher, a little bit lower here and there. But these are new tokens. They're not really things that I would touch very much because they're high risk assets, new projects. You really don't know if they're going to go up or down a lot. So that's how you do this. If you are mining Ethereum and you want to hold it long term, you might as well do this, right? 10%, about 10% every year. If you want to swap to another asset like Matic, I've got about $15 in this pool. Or do you want to do ADA, Cardano, and ETH? You can go ahead and do that. The good thing about this is that the transaction fees on this network, Polygon Layer 2, are not even close to comparable to Ethereum. Ethereum right now, just to give you an idea of how much you have to pay just to get your assets onto there. So if we go on Bridge and say, I want to withdraw my ETH, okay, this is probably barely, actually this is old, but anyway, because I just transferred those tokens into something else, right? Right now the gas fees you have to pay on Ethereum is $158. We barely spent probably like 5 cents today, less than that, on transaction fees on everything that I just did and showed you. One transaction on Ethereum network takes $158. Like, that thing is shocking, right? So using Polygon is very advantageous, and QuickSwap gives you some decent yield on some of your Ethereum that you're mining. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, leave a like, and if you'd like me to cover something else regarding QuickSwap or Ethereum mining in general, let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Cool. Oh, gotta stop recording.